later, you know what I'm talking about. It's the sound of your parents shouting and yelling at you. Yeah, shouting and yelling at you for not doing what they want you to do. And might I add another word, yet. For not doing what they want you to do, yet. So, now I would like to ask you to put yourself into a situation where you yourself had already made a plan to do something, to do a task. But not 5 minutes later, your mom or anyone of a higher position walks in and tells you to do the exact same thing. Tells you to do the exact same thing. And suddenly, that tells you to do the exact same thing, but you simply haven't carried it out. And so, suddenly, your determination to do this certain task is lost. And you get frustrated. And you have the urge to say, don't tell me what to do. I'm sure this phrase, don't tell me what to do, resonates with the young generation. But apparently, it also transcends the young teenage generation. And I've always wondered if anyone else has ever felt this odd change in mentality. And I was wondering if this phenomena was exclusive to me. And so I conducted a small research. I conducted a poll that I showed them these two pictures where it basically talks about the situation that I gave you just now. And the results were an overwhelming 98%. 98% agreed with me. 98% shared the frustration that we get when someone else tells us what to do, especially when you already planned to do it. And so, Mom, Dad, I'm not the odd one out here. And apparently, some teachers have also told me that they have related. And I guess that means we all, as humans, share the same inclinations. So I gave more thought to this situation, and I was trying to find out why this happens. After some brainstorming and some deliberation, this whole thing is completely psychological. My theory is that, generally, society tends to put people who are capable of doing things by themselves on a higher pedestal, compared to the people who need help, who need guidance, who need to be told what to do. And those people often are seen as not as good or not as capable. And this belief that society instills in us is the cause of the frustrating feeling we get when someone tells us what to do, especially when we already had planned to do it. This belief leads to the need to feel independent. This belief leads to the need to feel that we can, we must, and we are capable of doing things by ourselves. And so, because if we don't do it by ourselves, we are immediately devalued by society. This frustrating feeling we get is due to this. And because humans have pride, humans often give ourselves credit when we come up with an idea by ourselves, when we think of something, when we do something by ourselves. And this annoyance and this frustration comes about because someone else is taking that credit away from you. When you do complete the action, the task, that sense of satisfaction, that sense of joy that comes with completing a task is gone. That sense of pride that you get when you come up with an idea by yourself is gone. Because someone else is unknowingly taking credit away from you. Credit that you would have originally given yourself. And most often, if not always, it's not their fault. Because they're just looking out for us. They want what's best for us. So now, staying on topic as to why we generally don't like being told what to do, but straying away from that parental aspect of it. A neuroscience professor was asked why we as humans generally do not like being controlled, why we don't like being bossed around. And before he answered, he gave a look of amazement, which said that, how don't you already know this? The answer should be pretty obvious, right? So he answered, we as human race, we've evolved to pursue our self-interest. We've evolved to pursue our self-interest. And we're going to, of course, prevent anyone from, and we're going to stop at any attempt from anyone preventing us from doing so. And so, the resistance to someone telling us what to do is such a common experience that you would think it's hard to miss. Because in today's day, a great deal of human interaction is made up of others telling each other what they want you to do. There's a whole industry that dedicates that sole purpose, the marketing industry. The marketing industry is essentially a medium in which companies can tell others what they want you to do. And in this case, it's to purchase their products. But you may be wondering why. Why you don't feel as bothered by the campaigns that they put up, by the ads, the posters, compared to someone directly telling you what to do. This is because rarely do you ever see companies straightforwardly tell you to buy the product without telling you why. They rely on the benefits. They rely on the benefits of the purchase. They rely that they know that the benefits of the product and what's in it for you is enough to get you to buy the product. So, and so, I hope I don't sound like a complaining teenager, because I do want to find a solution to this dilemma. We have a rather complicated situation in our hands. On one hand, we have parents who wish to make sure that their kids need to do what they need to do, right? And on the other hand, we have kids, like me, who I hate to admit that we often lack the discipline to do so. So what needs to be known to everyone, not just people in a higher position, but everyone, is that for someone to be willing to go through with those instructions, you need to tell them the benefits. You need to tell them what's in it for them. You need to tell them what's in it for them to make a more peaceful and less aggravated environment. And when sometimes this doesn't work out, what needs to be done is a compromise. Both parties need to communicate. Both parties need to see each other's perspectives. Both parties need to give way to come to a more amicable solution. Thank you.